Welcome to Social Genius, brought to you by Drunk on Social, where we help you stay ahead of social media trends, share the latest news, and highlight the strategies that are working to help you grow your business. Now let's join our hosts, Tristan and Jeff, in 3, 2, 1.
We started Social Genius so we could help entrepreneurs grow their business with social media. And our intent was always to introduce you to amazing leaders in the social space and share best practices that will help you grow. We recently hosted our third event called A Taste of SocialCon and wanted to share the incredible insight our guests shared during the webinar. In today's episode, we chat with Ed Stulak and how he builds a personal relationship with his followers on social media and how he has just done an incredible job of growing his business and brand on social media. Enjoy.
There you go. For a second I thought shirtless Ed or with a shirt, but
shirtless with the shirt. Today's professional Ed.
Professional Ed.
Ed, welcome, brother. Welcome, brother. For those of you that don't know Ed Stulak, he is based out of the Northeast, and he comes to us from, if you hadn't noticed, intentionally, there's not one brokerage represented more than once. And so we intentionally have a wide array of professionals here today. Ed, you are with Real, which is a big up-and-comer. We're watching, we're paying attention. You guys are doing some awesome things. There's some really fun, cool people at Real. And, your rise, I think is safe to argue, has been because of social media. And we want to hear more about it, man. Welcome.
Thank you. No, I owe a lot of media to people like yourselves for giving the exposure. It's all about this stuff, but I'm most of all very happy to be here today because this is a taste of SocialCon, absolutely. But the message is very important, and it's a message that has also resonated with me over my past decade of being on social media, which is don't just rely on the industry that you're in, but look at others and gain inspiration from them. So the fact that the SocialCon is going to be no one on stage is going to be a realtor is beautiful, because this is where I get my inspiration. It's from models, it's from plumbers, it's from musicians, it's from you name it. That's where I get my inspiration from when it comes to content creation. So I'm excited to dive in, and thank you for having me on. And everyone, 28 people so far from around the country. This is cool. I'm excited to chat.
In county, buddy, we had 800 people register, so everyone will get a copy of this, and they'll get to see your beautiful face. So let's get to this. Does A Taste of SocialCon? What does that taste like? I mean, is it bourbon? Is it tequila? What do you think?
It's a taste of bourbon with a little dash of diluted ice cold water. I've been sitting for 16 years.
Jeff, how does that sound?
I was just going to say, I was going to see if he was going to put any Luxardo cherries in there as well.
Straight bourbon.
Let's get right into this, buddy. What do you think is an opportunity right now on social media? Because the last time we went in on this, you kept on saying Clubhouse is a piece of crap. It's going to die. And I mean, I don't know what happened to Clubhouse, but you were right. Where are we now? What's the opportunity?
We are, believe it or not, it's still, I will always preach Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. These are my three platforms that I will heavily rely on. I call them like part of the top four, Facebook also being in there. But YouTube is just one thing that I personally am diving into now into 2023, because it's Google, it's SEO. This is where our life lives. Anytime we go on the phone and we search something on Safari, it's just Google, and that's YouTube, right? So in a sense, YouTube is definitely on there. Instagram, a platform that I've been on for a long time, is still not utilized correctly by real estate professionals, and that's what I want to talk about. Honestly, this is where I started my career. This is where I've started my personal brand, was Instagram. 2012, my first post that I ever posted on Instagram. I got 2 likes back then. All right, that was a whole whopping 2 likes. Whew. But I thought about it from an entrepreneurial perspective, and I'm thinking those 2 likes could have potentially been engaging with that piece of content that I posted, which was a hat. not as pretty as your drunk on social hats, but very close to it. And I was thinking, if I posted this hat for free and I got 2 likes, I'm thinking that could have been an easy $30 profit. Sell the hat for 15 bucks a pop, right? Those 2 likes could have easily said, hey, I want that hat, let me buy it. So I'm thinking, in 2012, how can I expand this? How can I grow a following and sell something? What that something was, though, I didn't think it was going to be real estate, but eventually it got into real estate. And now growing a following, teaching real estate professionals around the world, social media, Instagram, personal branding, all this stuff. Now there is something to sell. There is real estate to sell. There is coaching to sell. There is mentorship. There's always something to sell. But Instagram is, again, so neglected. People think it's just a matter of let me post and hope for the best, or let me just post and post about my listings and sold and just listed and this and that. And there's just way, way more. And before I leave and wrap up my talk, because I know we have some killer people coming on today, so I'm stoked to listen to it. I'm definitely going to give away a very good lead generation strategy that works for me heavily on Instagram, gets me business, gets me deals, partnerships, the list goes on. So to answer your question, Instagram. I love Instagram.
All right, Instagram it is. I actually love Instagram too, man. I think it's underused, and for those that are using it are also not using it strategically well. And I think you are. I watch you, and your engagement is great. You connect with people. You're funny too, and I love that. I was like, you connect with people at a really great level. So, all right, strategy wise, when you're talking to, let's say, real estate agents and businesses, what are a few things that you think they should be doing that they're not doing in general?
On social media.
On social media.
Being personable. The person you just mentioned it, I guess the core characteristics of what you perceive from my brand to be, and I thank you for it. Being genuine, of course, showing genuine interest, being personable, being authentic. Those are 3 elements right there that people they just do not use. And I know it's such a cliche thing to discuss, but it's true. This is so true. I personally connect with my clients, talking outside of social media right now. I connect with my clients a lot better when we have something to discuss, like bourbon, for just a fun example. For example, all right, if I start talking about bourbon with a client and we hit it off for the next 17 minutes about that, and we forget why we just went to show a house, like that right there is so personable. Okay, great. Now we just build a relationship. Like, I know this man is not going to go on realtor.com now and search for another realtor, or like I'm his go-to guy. And who's to say that it shouldn't be the same on social media? I build a personable relationship with you. I hope you click that follow button, and I hope you engage and interact and comment, like, share my stuff and talk about me to other people about my stuff. But that doesn't come from just throwing out random things and trying to be a salesman. People don't like salesmen, but people like to be approachable. People like to be heard and seen. And so I make sure that I give that to them. If I see, and I'll give you an example right now, what I do, my strategy. If I see someone likes my TikTok or follows me on TikTok or comments on one of my Instagram stories or posts or whatever it might be, sometimes I will go ahead and reach out to that specific person and say, Tristan, dude, I just saw you like my comment, like my video on TikTok. I'm following you on Instagram right now. I'm just reaching out to you. I appreciate your love. I appreciate your support. Like, truly, whatever I can help you with, like, let me know. You just spent 2 seconds of your time on my page. Like, how can I give that 2 seconds back and some more? And if I make that into a video and personally send it to you, right? And I'll do the same thing with Jeff, and I'll do the same thing with John and everyone else personally. That relationship is about to be on a whole nother level. And that's where I differentiate myself from others. Reason why I've been growing my following to what it is today. Because again, we can talk about growing a following all day long. We could talk about how to get 100,000 followers, 1 million followers, and so on and so forth. But can you keep them? How do you keep them? How do you keep them happy? How do you keep them entertained, interacting, engaging? That's the key that people don't know about, So That's my strategy, I'd say.
Are you struggling to set yourself apart in the real estate sea of sameness? Do you struggle to decide where to market, how to market, or what to put into your marketing to help you stand out? It's probably because your brand isn't dialed in. A great brand involves a lot more than a photo, a logo, and a tagline, friends. That's because people don't do business with a logo. They do business with a person. Our friends at BrandFace can help you define, develop, and display your personal brand so you can stand out, outmarket, and outsell your competition. It is time to unveil your inner star. Head to powerbrandtraining.com and check out their free training video. Again, powerbrandtraining.com. That's all one word. powerbrandtraining.com. Check out their free training video. It will be worth your time.
Dude, I love that. I put up a quick poll just to see what people are using here, and people are coming in and voting. So far, Instagram is winning, and then Facebook is second. So quite a few. I like this little poll we're putting.
Look at that. Oh man, Instagram is going.
Hey, I want to say too, put Ed's IG link in the chat, because somebody just said they see 3 Ed Stulaks. See, that's what happens when you become kind of a big deal. You get copycatters. So pay attention. Be very careful. This is a great kind of segue. Is that if you know you're already following Ed Stulak and another Ed Stulak comes and checks you out, you should double check first, because the fake one's gonna send you a private message with a link and try to hack you. So be very careful of that kind of stuff.
Ed, you and I were talking on Instagram yesterday, and I was buying some Bitcoin from you. So thanks for that. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I hope you got a lot.
I got a lot.
Good. It's been happening more and more, and a lot of people have been getting hacked and getting multiple accounts created. Just be careful. Just be careful with who you engage with. Do a little bit of due diligence. Know that when someone does reach out to you, so this is totally a side note, but very relevant to what's happening today. So there's a lot of hackers out there today. So just be careful. Watch out. But again, another reason why I think that the strategy that I'm talking about is so important. That person might be asking for your link or your money for a Bitcoin, but that person is probably not sending you a personal video saying, "Hey, Tristan, I like your hat with the pink logo. How's California?" If I make that video, like, I'm hitting you so personally, now you're like, okay, this guy is legit, okay, let me talk to him. So I don't know. I think just being personable and a little bit more authentic in 2023 and the years to come is going to be the wave.
I love that, man. Look, poll looks like Instagram won 60%, Facebook 30%, about 30%. And then I'm surprised that TikTok and YouTube are at 5% and 3%. You know what I see when I look at that poll, Ed and Jeff? I see opportunity on TikTok and YouTube now. Just based on that. It's like I see where people are, which is amazing. Like, I love it. Stay on there. But as a creator, I'm looking at, okay, if less people are on TikTok and YouTube, that means I have a bigger opportunity to create more there. That's what I'm looking at. Anyway, that was a cool little poll. I'm ending it right now, but it gives you a really good look at this. I'm going to share the results with all of you so you can start seeing that. And Ed, what are you excited about testing out? Anything new, like a new approach, something you're thinking about, saying, hey, this might work, this might not work? What are you looking to do?
So personally, I'm diving into the YouTube side of things more than ever before, but creating content that is a little bit more, how to say, obnoxious, but also, clickbait kind of thing, right?
Ooh, I like that.
Clickbaity kind of type of content. So it's funny. So one of my buddies from Real, shout out to Trey Serrano, Trey told me once, he's like, you have to create type of content that makes people, of course, turn heads. Like, why should I look at that piece of content versus this one? And there was one particular example where I was the viewer, and I was looking to buy a Tesla. So of course I go onto YouTube, I type it in, Tesla, pros and cons, and I get all these videos of Teslas are great, Teslas are the best, 5 reasons why you should buy a Tesla. And then in the middle of all that, 15 reasons why Teslas suck. Now you got my attention. I want to know because I'm about to buy one. I'm curious, why do they suck? And this girl went on a 25-minute video, which today's world, 25 minutes, you got 25 of my minutes. That's insane. So, but she got them because I watched every single minute up to the last one of why Tesla suck. And she went into it. And of course it ended with, Teslas are a great car. They're eco-friendly and this and that. And okay, so on and so forth. But point is that clickbait title, that thumbnail photo caught my attention. And so I want to take that to the YouTube world, but also Instagram, also TikTok. So things of that sort. YouTube is definitely a platform that should be dove into a little bit more from all of us, everyone that's watching this and listening to this. YouTube is a
I like
great
that.
way to go.
So I agree with you, but then I have other people say, well, why not LinkedIn or Twitter? Because we're also seeing that not a lot of people voted for Twitter or LinkedIn. Why YouTube?
I don't think they want to hear my answer.
I love hearing your answers because remember last time you told us about Clubhouse and you were right on. So tell me about LinkedIn.
Okay.
Why YouTube over?
Yeah, so LinkedIn, it's just simple as it's way too commercialized. LinkedIn is way too salesy. And anytime I go onto LinkedIn, I have 23 new friend requests and I'm getting 15 of those people messaging me automatically saying, hey, here's a service that we offer. You should check us out. Hey, schedule a link. And that's the percentages of that happening is way too high for me to be intrigued to click on that app versus Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. I now look at LinkedIn and I'm afraid to click on it because I don't even want to know what else is about to be waiting for me in my messages. But this is just how LinkedIn is perceived. It's very salesy. It's very suit and tie. As much of a suit and tie person I am, I'm also the guy that wants to be, talking about bourbon and this and just hanging out and having a fun time and talk about hockey and world and life and traveling. I feel like I can't do that too much on LinkedIn. People are going to look at me a little bit like, well, where's your suit and tie, man? Little do they know that I'm behind a Zoom in my basketball shorts and, my suit up top. Like, I want to be the real me. And so I can't on LinkedIn. There's just no way.
Look, I agree with you. Ed, by the way, I just sent you a LinkedIn message to join EXP. So just open that later.
Cool. Done deal.
Just so you know. But I agree with you. Now, Ed's not saying this. He's not saying LinkedIn doesn't work. Like right. LinkedIn works, right? He's just saying when we're comparing YouTube to LinkedIn, and he's right. Like there is no comparison. There's a reason that YouTube is the second most visited website in the world, and LinkedIn is what, 23, 22? There's a massive difference. So that's what he's saying. That's all. So I agree.
It's a good platform. I'm not going to bash it, but every industry I feel like has a fan favorite. And in the real estate world, where content creation is now such a huge thing, which it is getting a little oversaturated. So one of my points for today that I will make is make sure that you are unique with your approach. Be very different. Jeff, shout out to you right now. I have a little series going on IG Reels where I bring in real estate professionals to talk about their biggest tip that has helped them succeed in real estate, right? Big real estate pros secrets. And Jeff, you mentioned, and I loved your video probably the most out of all the videos I've done so far, because you say back then it was video content creation is key. You have to create content. And then it was get the best type of equipment to create content and then do this and then do that. But in today's world, you have to be very different with your approach. You have to hit your audience so well in the right spot where they will never forget you. They will always engage. They will always come back and engage with you more and more and share and come back and more. That's the point with where we're at today. So looking at platforms like LinkedIn in the real estate world, that's not me. But LinkedIn could be great for the B2B places, the B2B in the companies and all that, right? But that's just, we're not too corporate-y. Come on, we're all realtors. We're independent contractors. We're different. We have a little bit of a different perspective on this stuff. So me talking about LinkedIn, how I am now, I see Raquel in the chats. Raquel, I'm sorry, I love you. She's huge on LinkedIn. She loves LinkedIn, but for a person like myself, I just don't see it. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, that's where I see it for us.
I like that, man. I like that. And I agree with you on it. So Jeff, Ed, I think I owe you a video from like 2 months ago. So maybe you should nudge me on Instagram.
Don't worry, I'll send you a LinkedIn message with the link.
You'll send me a message to join Reel too. Right?
That's right.
Well, and if I can add something too to what Ed said about Instagram, this is what I tell people when I'm speaking. Ed and I think we're on the same stages doing the same thing. And what I tell people is that Facebook is where all of you are. Everybody's on Facebook, and then all of you have like little other platforms you spend time on. I encourage everybody to use Instagram as their number one, and here's why. Because Instagram is far more innovative than Facebook. So although Facebook's still relevant, Facebook is the retirement home of social media platforms. Still very relevant, but it's the retirement home. I'm sorry. And so if you really truly want to be a better creator, having familiarization with an Instagram will make you a better creator because they have the tools. The reality is the best platform for innovation is this one. It's TikTok. But I don't want to put the cart before the horse. I want you to crawl before you walk. And so that's why I say Instagram, Ed, and I totally agree with you because also it talks to Facebook. So if you just make Instagram your number one platform to where you post first, you're just killing two birds with one stone with all of your content. So embrace an Instagram, which also still leaves you in your retirement home as well.
So if I can dive in, because I know we have a few minutes left. Yes. We're bringing out some other people, so I'm still honored to be here. I appreciate you guys and everyone tuning in. What my best advice that I can really leave everyone off with, if you are going to go and pursue Instagram, if this is what you're getting out of this first talk today, this takeaway is if you're going to go on Instagram, utilize it correctly. Any minute that you spend on there, use it for consuming, sure. But also understand that after the consumption, you have to create. You consume to understand what audience members want to consume, and then you create that type of content. Okay. Yeah. So when that happens, you create it. But now the next step, this is you can call it the lead generation strategy, but also my strategy to remain and retain my following, to build better relationships, to make sure that follow is so much more than just a follow. It's a relationship, it's conversation starters, it's something. Okay. So what I do, going back to how I started this off, if I see Tristan, you like my video, you comment, you follow me, you're gonna get a video from me. It's gonna be a personal one. It's gonna be something like, hey Tristan, it's Ed. Personally wanted to reach out to you, man. By the way, I see that you were just recently in, Portland. Is that where you were? That's awesome, man. Yeah. It looked like you had a fun time. And honestly, I'm just reaching out to say thank you for your love. Anything I can do for you, please let me know. I'm in your area. I'm a local realtor. I'm here for you. Talk to me soon. Ciao. That's it.
I love the connection. I talked about this yesterday in Portland. You're doing something psychologically to me to make me feel like we're connected, and loneliness is such a big problem in the world. We're in, especially right after COVID, right? That you're going in deeper and you're saying, hey, psychologically, I know why you're on social. You want to connect with people, and this is all silent, but you're doing it. Well, now you're making me feel like I'm belonging to something, and I want to follow you more because now you connected with me, man. Like you're adding the human aspect to social, which is missed all of the time.
Yes. That's my strategy right there. If anyone's going to take something away today, let it be that, please. This is what I've been doing for the past 6 years. This is why I have my following. This is why they don't leave. If they leave, well, okay, well, love you. Much love. Thank you for being here up until now. But the new ones that are coming, I want to get to know you. So everyone coming on today, trust me, you'll probably be getting a message from me at some point or another. And I want to connect. I want to see how I can help you out. But this right there is going to be different in the sense that what makes more sense, or what is a little bit more attractive? If that video to you, Tristan, was, hey man, appreciate your love, saw you like my stuff, dude, anytime you need anything, I'm here for you. Talk soon. right? Okay, it was a message, it was a video message, but I feel like you could have just saved that to your photo library and sent it to Jeff too, and John and Mary and Sarah, But that other video that I was just giving you an example about Portland,
Yeah.
I can't send that to Jeff. That is to you. That is me whipping out my phone and holding down that button and filming it to you. That's different. That's personable. People love that, regardless if you have 2 followers, 400 followers, or 4 million. People are going to love that.
Yeah, that's what it's about, man. Well, you're taking the idea of why social media was created in the first place, and you're actually putting it into play. And that's where we miss it. That's where we miss this. So really good. Christina says, I feel sad that I was already following Ed and didn't get a personal IG vid. Just saying.
Putting me on the spot.
Christina did put, that's why I read it, because it was funny. I was like,
Christina, coming after you. You're gonna get a long one now.
put your IG handle in there, Christina. So funny. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. All right.
Putting me in my place. I like it. I like it.
And you got at 5 minutes. Let's end this with some power.
Cool. So, what are we diving into? What is going to be the most important thing that we can give everyone right now?
I think we build on what you're saying, but help us understand how to use it on different channels. So we understand how you're using it on Instagram. Do we approach it the same way when it comes to Facebook and TikTok and maybe even YouTube? How does it differ?
So with everyone's routine being a real estate professional that we are all here, I'm assuming, we don't necessarily have too much time to be putting into all the social media platforms. I advise just stick to the ones that you are comfortable with. Don't overthink this whole thing. You're going to paralyze yourself if you overthink it, of needing to be on Twitter and LinkedIn and Snapchat and YouTube and this and that and that. It's too much. Focus on a few, the ones that you enjoy being on, the ones that you've found a system to create content quicker on and easier on. Maybe that could be TikTok for you. Maybe that's IG Reel. I'll pull out my Instagram. I'll create a reel in 15 minutes. Some, it might take you 48 minutes. That's okay. All right, no problem. But for that person, it might be easier to post a Facebook comment and get a lot more engagement. Stick to one platform that really, truly makes sense for you and just grow on there. And then eventually go ahead and filter your following and funnel them somewhere else. The reason why I got onto TikTok in 2019, I got onto TikTok when it was just 13-year-olds on there, okay? People were saying TikTok is not going to last. No way. It's for the young kids. You got to twerk and dance, and that's the only way you got to succeed on TikTok. That is not true.
Jeff was saying that all day. I remember he's like, it's not going to last. It's not going to last. And I'm like, Jeff, you're wrong.
That's right. Good man, Tristan. So TikTok. Hey, listen, do you have to dance on there? No. Do I? You better believe it. And do I shake it, to get some followers? You better believe it. But when I'm on TikTok, I'm on there because I know how much of exposure is on there. Knowing that if I post on TikTok, people will stumble upon my TikTok page and then click that one little button that is in your profile. It's a little YouTube icon, a little social media icon. That takes you either to YouTube or Instagram. The two platforms that are on my top 4. Again, TikTok knows this. There's a reason why TikTok is not saying, sure, send it to Facebook or to LinkedIn. No, it goes to YouTube or Instagram. Okay, fine. And now it gives people a reason and another source to funnel onto my Instagram page. That's what I mean. I'm on TikTok not to grow my TikTok. I'm on TikTok to grow my Instagram, to grow my personal brand.
Ed, how do you manage all of it? How do you stay focused on being able to post everywhere? Do you use a tool to auto post? Do you do it all on your own? What does this look like?
I get about 2 hours of sleep every night. So everything else.
Perfect.
You just don't go.
That was the strategy we were looking for. Everyone write that down.
Listen, there are some sleepless nights. I remember not too long ago, I was up till 4 a.m. just consuming content. And then I got up at 7 to go ahead and create it because I was so inspired. It doesn't happen like that every day, but this is the true answer from me. I am on Instagram. I post on TikTok. I'm the one on YouTube. I'm doing all that myself. because again, no one will speak like me, no one will look like me, no one will act like me, no one will have conversations like me. So I want to make sure that when I post something, when I create it, I can, I can go ahead and be the voice and the brand. I'm the brand. No one else is going to be me. It's just not something that I personally want to outsource to someone. And when that time comes that I have to, that's a different story. But again, I know that personability will always win. Will win relationships, which will eventually turn into transactions, which will turn into business opportunities and so on and so forth. So I feel like the second that I outsource all that stuff, I don't know if it's going to be the same type of results as they are today. So I got to be careful with that, but in terms of managing, that's the true honest answer. I manage it all myself.
Do you manually post as well, or do you use an auto poster sometimes?
I manual, always me. So it's always myself. I'm always the one posting. I'm always the one editing the captions in that very moment. Maybe I'll save it as a draft. TikTok is notorious for saving drafts. So you can go ahead and do it that way. But I do not use any other tools. I don't use other platforms. I know there's Hootsuite and what else there might be. I don't use them. So it's just myself.
All right, dude.
Good.
I love that. That's a good answer, everyone. Ed Stulak, follow him. And for those of you wondering, yes, we're going to go deeper on Instagram. We're going to go deeper on all of the tools. I know somebody said YouTube. That's what we're doing Social Con for. We're not offering the discount again like this. So you see that discount, take advantage of it now. It's in Los Angeles. Ed, we'll see you there. And he's also going to bring bourbon for everyone. I don't know how he's going to do that. I don't know how he's going to put it in the plane. I have no idea.
I'll figure it out. Don't worry.
No pressure.
You guys have too strong of a family. I got to make sure that I give the love. Bourbon for everyone.
I love it. Look, Los Angeles isn't too far, especially when it's LAX. You jump in and out. Boom, you're done. A day and a half. You want to learn YouTube? You want to really learn YouTube, right? You come in on this one. I didn't tell Jeff this, but Jeff and Ed, since you're here, I have a new friend. So I've been playing pickleball, and we were playing pickleball at Jamie Foxx's house because he just built out a whole pickleball court. And he brings now, of course, he brings other celebrities. He brings top pickleball players in the world. One of those was Danny, and I'm trying to remember his last name, but he's got 6 million followers on YouTube. And I think altogether, all followers everywhere, he's got, I think, 30 million followers. And he's going to go, I'm trying to bring him in, Jeff and Ed, to Social Con in LA because he lives here.
Nice.
And he wants to go deeper in with us. So Christina Juarez is a pickleball. I play pickleball, damn it. So I'm trying to work on Danny. As soon as I get his last name, I'll drop it in here as well. And Ed, thanks for doing this, man. Please, everyone, if you're not following Ed, make it harder for Ed to do simple single messages to you right now, because I can't wait until he messages 200 people like, wow, oh, nice hat. Oh, nice shirt. Oh, Christina. So Ed, you got your work cut out for you.
Oh man.
All everyone right. Follow Ed. Ed, what's your Instagram handle one more time?
Instagram handle is right there. Just put it in the chat. Ed Stulak. It's the name. So yeah, if you're looking for a personal video, just shoot me a follow and you'll get one. But no, I appreciate you gentlemen very much. Thank you to you and your team. Very looking forward to LA with you boys. So definitely going to be drinking some bourbon. So nonetheless, thank you again for having me on.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for listening to Social Genius, brought to you by Drunk on Social. We are here to help you take your business to new levels through social media. Make sure to subscribe to get updates on new episodes and come join us on our Drunk on Social Facebook page. And as always, make sure you leave us a great review on your favorite podcast app. Feedback and likes are very much appreciated.